Now, look what happens when government is controlling the money supply. So Joseph gathered, it means he collected all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan in exchange for the grain that they brought, because the government was the only one that stocked up. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. Government's control of money and finances means that resources are consolidated into one central administration. This is how communist countries run. You know, America and Russia have about the same land mass. They got waterfalls, we have waterfalls. They can generate power, we can generate power. Why does their economy languish and ours flourishes? It's because in America you're free. You can figure out how to go do a business. You can figure out, I was explaining this to somebody the other day. I said, that guy over here can figure out how to run it. He wants to have 7 Dunkin' Donut shops, have at it. That guy over there wants to run a gas station, have at it. That person wants to run a beverage center, have at it. That person wants to run a grocery store. That person wants to run a pharmacy. You can do it. You can do what you want to do. You want to go out and get a paper out and make some extra money? You're free in America. There are too many transactions in a day, even in a small environment, for the government to centrally control it. But you know what happens in Russia? The Politburo decides that a gas station, let's say in Skohary, let's say downtown Albany, is only going to get so much diesel. You're going to, on the 1st of the month, you're going to get diesel, and on the 30th of the month, you're going to get diesel. That decision is made from a centralized location. So you're a tractor trailer driver. You pull into a gas station in the middle of that city. Oh, you've guessed wrong. They're out of diesel, and they're not getting any for like 8 or 9 days. So now you try to back your truck up, but you can't because there's another truck behind that, and that truck is blocking the street, and you're very close to an intersection, and now you can see how the traffic jam starts to spread, and it begins to bog down the economy, because people from centralized locations cannot determine how much gas that station needs. Too many interpersonal transactions. What happens in America is, if I run a gas station in America, I read the newspaper in the morning. Oh, there's going to be construction on Route 444, so there are going to be more trucks and cars passing by my gas station today. I take a business risk. I call the fuel company. They take a risk. I tell you, I'll pay you 30 days from now if I sell it all, I hope. And so all these extra cars and trucks come by my business, and because our economy works in a free market way, trucks don't have to guess wrong. People like me are smart enough to know the business and know that these trucks are going to be coming anyway, so everybody gets fuel and the economy keeps rolling along. But you can't centrally control it, all right? But what they did is they consolidated everything into one centralized administration. People are not free to purchase according to their individual preferences. This destroys the free market. Easy to see, right? So people cannot use their own individual preferences, and what happens is, I worked at a factory in college. The factory ran on water and electricity. I was an English major. And one day somebody comes and gets me and says they want to see you in the office. I'm thinking, oh boy, what have I done? Because I did have a jam on my machine the other day. So anyway, I go into the office and they're like, we got some internal documents and posters, and we have this other letter, and we just want to know, what do you think? And I was an English major, so I said, well, I think that's right. I would move this comma maybe. And why are you saying this? I was in there maybe 10 minutes. So as I walked out, I said, what are you going to do with that? And the lady said, well, we're printing these in house, and we're going to put this is a notice for whatever. And she goes, but these other things are going to the printer. When that factory closed, the print shop closed. When that factory closed, restaurants closed. One night I was getting out of work at 11 o'clock at night. Some of the guys said, hey, why don't you come with us and we're going to go to a coffee shop. I said, you're going to a coffee shop at 11 o'clock at night? And they said, well, it's like our morning. You know, I mean, it's like, we'll go to sleep maybe, 3 or 4 o'clock this morning, and we'll get up maybe around noon. And I said, okay, I went to this coffee shop. Now, in the middle of this little residential neighborhood, I didn't even know the coffee shop existed. But it was open all night because of people from the factory. So I'm sitting there with the guys, had a couple cups of coffee, and I went home. And but when the factory closed, that coffee shop closed. Now you can see how centralized control ruins, it's a ripple effect for all these businesses. So anyway, what I'm trying to point out is that Egypt is on the downward slide here, and they don't even know it. Now the government, through the control and distribution of resources, they pick and choose winners in the marketplace. You get a secret handshake with the government, you get a contract. Remember last year when during the snowstorm, past couple years, they're predicting this big snowstorm. Andrew Cuomo gets on the radio. I want all the trucks off the roads. A truck driver said to me at a coffee shop, he said, the only reason he's saying that is because he's trying to bog down the economy. He doesn't want our food trucks getting to where we have to deliver food to the grocery stores. He's trying to create crisis so he can control us. A young man said that to me. I shook his hand. I said, you're a pretty bright guy. And he goes, and we're not listening to him. Truck drivers all over the place are on their radio saying, nope, these people are depending on us. We are going to deliver our stuff. We don't care what that guy says.